Our travel day started nice and early, though I'm not sure I really would call this nice. But that did mean that we ended up at our location around 11:30 in the morning, which meant that we had most of the day still there, which was really nice. I have been thoroughly enjoying the sunrise in the morning from our balcony, such a beautiful view. And also, in that early morning sun, enjoying my breakfast, which has been super simple. We've just been getting some bread from the supermarkets, and then this Portuguese cheese that we found. We've been really enjoying this. It's a really nice, gentle taste, and the hummus. A very simple breakfast, but really nice and delicious, and I've been thoroughly enjoying that. Does anyone else make it their mission to spot as many lizards as you can on vacation? Yeah, that's been me since I was a kid, and I still love doing that. I have spent many a morning on the balcony enjoying the early morning sun, and also throughout the day. We have not been really going out to really do something every single day. So on those more rest days, if you will, I've been really enjoying sitting out here on the balcony with a nice book or just watching the clouds go by. It's been such a dreamy little spot. I would say the drink of this vacation was probably lemonade. So simple, but it was so nice and refreshing. We got it out a few times and then also just got a big bottle in the supermarkets, and it was great. For the rest of my life, when I'm drinking like actual really good lemonade, I'm probably going to be thinking of Portugal and of Sintra. We took the bus up to the Montserrat Palace, which I can highly recommend. This was definitely one of the highlights of our trip, if you ask me. The gardens by Montserrat are just so beautiful. Honestly, it's worth it just to walk around there and enjoy all of the beauty around you.
Die California Redwood staat er ook. Een sequoia. Dat je zo groot wordt, dat ze zo.
Montserrat was first ordered to be built in 1540 by the rector of Todos os Santos Hospital of Lisbon. I'm so sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. Who then owned the property, partially with the goal of growing food for the hospital. And since then, it has been owned and visited by many different people. It's been restored and abandoned many times over, and it is now in the hands of Parks de Sintra, who have once again restored the palace. Zeker. I think that this palace is an absolute must-see. It is not half as busy as some of the other places that we've seen, and it is so beautifully restored. Like I said, the garden and the park are absolutely stunning. Also in the palace there was a little video interview with one of the last occupants of the palace, and that gave a really nice look into the life there when people still actually lived in this place. So highly recommend taking a look at Montserrat Palace.
Een soort van, als echt hout beginnen en daarna als een soort van... Wat handig, ze hebben dus dit schuin af laten lopen en dan richting de bak loopt.
In the gardens, there are species of plants from around the world, which is honestly so impressive and interesting to see. And somehow it works. It's just blends together into this absolutely stunning park and garden. And I love it. I loved walking around here. So much variety. we went to this restaurant which claimed to have the best view of Sintra. I don't know if that is technically true, but it definitely did have a good view, especially if you made sure to be seated like at the edge of the terrace. The view was really good. The food was just fine. I had a nice meal, but I would say you are mostly paying over that view probably. Make sure to stay tuned until the end of the video where I have a restaurant recommendation that I really, really highly recommend. Also for their food, it was amazing. When you're coming to Sintra or Portugal in general, there is one thing you really have to try, and that is pastel de nata. These custard-filled pastries originate from Lisbon, which is actually very close to Sintra, and this specific fabrica de nata makes them all day long. It's their specialty, which means that when you get them here, they will still be warm, and honestly, nothing can beat that. We have literally had these every single day that we were there. And yes, sometimes multiple times a day. So make sure you try these.
Ja?
We took the bus up to the Moorish castle, which was unnecessarily expensive. The only way to get up there from what we could find was through the hop on or hop off bus, which is, I believe, $12.50 a person, and I mean, you can use it for 24 hours. We only needed to get up, so that was a little bit annoying, but I also don't think I would have done very well walking all the way up, so I'm glad that we did that anyway. The Moorish castle was built by the Moors during the 8th and 9th century. It has been through a lot, and by 1838 its towers were already in ruins. So honestly, already it's old, so it's deserved it, let's just say that. In 1840, Ferdinand II of Portugal, who is also known as the King Artist, took on the task of conserving and improving the castle. Next to the chapel, he built a monument to collect all of the bones which were discovered during the work on the castle. I think the Moorish castle was really nice to see. The views were amazing. So beautiful. I do feel like maybe we missed some extra information, but that might just have been due to the fact that they were renovating different parts. So different parts were under construction, so we couldn't see everything. And maybe we just missed something. Also a definite possibility. And also, I don't think there is that much known about how they actually lived in the castle, so maybe that's also part of it.
Hangt half stok. Vanwege Lissabon.
then on to Palacio da Pena Palace. The park is much nicer and much more fun to explore. We definitely had some good time exploring it. We loved the little cave that we came across. Met een klein schattig raampje. I do recommend doing the Moorish Castle and Pena Palace in one day if you want to see both. And if you don't mind walking uphill for about 45 minutes to an hour, you can absolutely walk all the way up because, like I said, the bus is relatively expensive, but you can definitely access by bus if you prefer, like we did. And probably the best part was our lunch, which we had on a big rock with a view on Pena Palace. That was incredible. This was my least favorite part of the trip, I guess. And not because it was not beautiful, because it is absolutely gorgeous. It is amazingly restored. There's actually a lot of furniture in the places. You can see how they live there, I guess. But it is so incredibly busy that you pretty much go through the whole thing standing in a line. We were inside for only 45 minutes, and it's kind of hard to stop walking because you basically stop the entire line behind you when people get impatient. And also, you cannot go through because there are people standing in front of you. So it was really hard to really appreciate and enjoy all of the beauty of the place because of that, which was such a shame. Dennenappels. We did end up walking back down after Buena Palace, and it was actually really nice to kind of have some greenery around us and after all of the busyness of the palace. We are getting closer to the end of our trip, and I have not shown you the apartment that we're staying in yet, which is actually so cute. So let's do a little tour of this apartment. We are on the 3rd floor, so we're fairly high up, and the staircase is so pretty. It's dark in there, it's so beautiful. So that just alone has a lot of character. Then coming into the apartment, we first have like the little dining area, just simple table with some chairs, going right through into the living area. I have been doing my meditations and my journaling every morning right there on that couch. Beautiful view from this window. And then let's first get into the kitchen before going on. Hi. Kitchen. I mean, don't look at how messy it is right now. We've been living here, okay? It has everything that we need. It's a little bit impractical with this ceiling. We have bumped our heads on this more than once. It's yeah, counters there. Not ideal, but I mean, for a vacation like this, it's worked just fine. Then we have our balcony, which has been such a dream. Amazing view. Just table, some chairs. Again, I've been sitting here reading a lot. Going back in through the living room. This is just a little storage space, I guess. We've been storing our luggage here. There is a little mirror. I'm keeping my jewelry. And then going back in through the living room. This has been where I've been keeping my journaling and meditation supplies. Through to the bedroom. Again, it's simple, but it's nice, it's cute. Set of dressers with a mirror. And there's actually another bedroom in here. And then going through to the bathroom. Shower. Mirror. Sink. I mean, again, it has everything we need. So that is the little apartment that we've been living in here in Sintra. I will try to link it in the description box if you're interested in staying here as well. It's an Airbnb apartment and we've been really enjoying it. It has character. It's so cute. It is so well situated. It's about a 10-15 minute walk, the city historical touristy center of Sintra. We've been able to do most things just walking around. It's been really nice, but this actual neighborhood is pretty calm. We are definitely more in a residential neighborhood, but so close to city center. There have been a lot of dog barking though, which especially at night can be a little bit annoying, I'm not gonna lie. But if that's the worst of it, I mean, I'm fine. So that's our little apartment that we've been staying in. I completely forgot to take footage of the actual restaurant. But just take it from me, this was an incredible restaurant. The food was absolutely amazing. I actually really enjoyed the view of the fun colored houses. There was just something kind of romantic with that, I feel like. They had vegetarian and vegan options as well as gluten-free, which I do appreciate it when a restaurant has these options. Anyway, we had such a good meal here. It was absolutely delicious. Highly recommend trying out this restaurant if you're looking to have a really nice meal somewhere in Sintra.